Hello, everybody. It is October 17th, 2022. I am Drew,
And I am Tara.
and this is the beloved Melon Fights. Beloved Melon Fights, number one sports and entertainment sibling podcast
Sibling.
in America.
Mm-hmm.
Prove me wrong.
Yeah,
Show me numbers. Show me the numbers. That's not correct, Tara.
I
I
agree.
can't.
I'd like to see them.
I'd
I,
like to
I
see them
can't show
too
them to you.
because they don't exist.
They don't.
It is us. It is we.
Mm-hmm.
We are him. Uh, how was your weekend, tea bags?
It was fine. I worked a lot.
Ooh,
Did a lot
sweet.
of bartending.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Something that I find weird
What's that?
is people who sit at the bar, which is fine. Like, that's not weird. It's when you sit at the bar and then decide that you're going to cry and have conversations where you cry with your friends or your significant others.
Yeah, do that at a table.
3 people on Saturday.
Different
Three.
people?
3 different groups,
Why are you crying at the bar?
especially the wine reserve. That stays open till 11. So it's not like a 1:30 a.m. cry. It's like a 9 a.m. 9 p.m. cry.
Weird. Listen,
Yeah,
people cry, you're having conversations, but like, don't do it at the bar. Go to a table. Do your own little
exactly.
world. You're at the bar, you gotta, like, the bartender's gotta deal with your stupid ass.
Especially since the drink making station is just right on top of people, and I'm just listening in as they're talking about, you someday you'll find your person. What are you talking about, babe? You are my person. Well, then why do you refuse to marry me? Babe, we just bought a house together.
Sounds awful.
that was one of the combos.
Sounds awful. Sounds like an awful time. Should have
Yeah,
interjected. Like,
I
listen,
well
listen.
then they would
I'm
stop and
basically
chat with
40.
me.
Really?
Yeah,
Wait,
and
wait,
then
who
be
was crying?
fine.
Who was crying in that situation?
The girl, but I feel like the guy was getting a little misty eyed too. It was
They bought
a
a house
wild
together and
little
they haven't
ride.
decided they haven't figured out if marriage is gonna be a thing they do.
Right. Well, I don't think he wants to get married.
Sure, but if she's insisting,
You'll
maybe they'll
find
buy a
your
house together.
person. You're my person. No, I'm not.
Stop! I've had enough of that conversation. It's making me uncomfortable. I don't like it.
Tell me about it.
I know likey. I know like. Well, that's cool. That's cool. Um, let's
How
try
was your
something
weekend?
different this week. No, I'm moving on. Who cares
Oh,
about
okay.
my weekend? I'm already moving on. Let's try something different this week. We're going to start off with emails. We got a decent amount of them. Some of them excite
Ooh,
me. I haven't read them all, but I've perused or just saw some headlines.
I love it.
So we're going to start with emails this week so we can, concentrate on them a little bit more, give them a little more,
Mm-hmm.
of
Love.
our time so we don't run out of time. And then we can hustle through some sports talk at the end. I realized here the NBA starts this week and we
I
haven't done
know.
an NBA
Tomorrow.
preview.
Oh
Like,
God.
what the fuck's wrong with us? So we're gonna do an NBA. We'll have to do an NBA preview next week. A couple fun. We'll
Okay.
try some fun categories.
All right.
Not
I
we're not
like
gonna
it.
pick who's gonna win shit. That's
Yeah.
boring as fuck. Everyone does that. So we'll try some
Mm-hmm.
NBA stuff next week. A week in. So it'll still be a preview. It's like nothing happens in that first week anyway. So
No.
okay. Anyway, our camera went out there. I'm back. I don't know if you saw me, Tara. I was flexing my pecs while you were talking.
I didn't. Are you feeling pretty chesty?
I am chesty. Always have been. I'm trying to learn how to do the. Well, I can only do them at the same time.
You can't do
I
like
can't
Terry
do.
Crews.
Oh, oh,
Oh,
kind of doing it.
kind
No,
of.
working on that. Working on
Yeah,
that. Something I've always wanted to be able to do was make them titties pop.
I know.
So we're gonna get there. All right, emails, reader emails, NBA talk next week. Talk a little NFL at the end of this one. Let's start with some reader emails. Our first email here. Let me get this where I can see you. Our first email here. It says the headline is more people need to email the show. That's coming from Randu.
Oh, Randu.
And he says, "Dearest providers of pod entertainment," says he knows his long email, but needs to fill in the gaps for some of the others not emailing. So he said he'd email more. He doesn't have that many cool things to say.
Okay.
His first thing is he said he would do the Patreon if we figure it out. Did you figure out merch, Tara?
I've been working on it. I've kind of been looking at 2 different options.
Well, we're not
and we
talk
can
about that. I just
talk-
need to know if you
Yeah.
did it. We'll talk about it
Oh,
elsewhere.
yeah. Yep.
I'll talk to you about it tomorrow when I see you when I come back to Wisconsin.
Yep.
Doesn't need any incentives in return, he says, but he says we need to have one. He said he'd ask for more D pics from JW Mellon. He says he just assumes Dad's middle name is a W because it sounds cool. I guess he's claiming Dad sends him D pics.
That's creepy.
Dad's never sent him a D pic.
No,
Tara. Randy's
it's
a
not.
weird dad.
I'm like, what?
He says he's not taking
Maybe
sides.
it's a dad pic?
Oh yeah, dad pic. Oh no, it says dick pics.
Oh, I thought you
No.
said D.
I did. I
Oh.
did. But it says dick pics. I'm not taking sides, but Tara's guilty pleasure about doing everything in bed is valid. No. Well, yes, Drew,
Mhm.
you're correct that most people should not feel guilty for staying in bed so much. I need to ask one question. Part of your argument for Grandpa Joe being such a piece of shit is that he's in bed for so long, could just spring into action in 1 minute. T Sizzle, share that view. Why would it not be a guilty pleasure for you to stay in bed? I don't know. That's not guilt to me. That's not a guilty pleasure for Grandpa Joe. That's a problem. You're a problem. You're a problem like Grandpa. You're a villain like Grandpa Joe.
Yeah.
That's not a guilty pleasure for Grandpa Joe. He was ruining lives. He was ruining at least 2 lives. The other old people I don't care about. But are they lazy too? Do we talk about that? Do they need to be there? But are they just lazy shits as well? They need to be there.
I think they need to. Yeah.
I think you're right. And Grandpa Joe's like, fuck that. I want to be here.
Yeah.
They ain't doing nothing either.
Not exactly.
He's gonna say 3 of his guilty pleasures.
Ooh.
And he's not sure if they any of them are actually guilty pleasures. I'll be the judge of that.
You're a little
obviously.
harsher on those. Yeah.
I'll be a judge of that.
Okay.
Loving Dolly Parton music and wanting to go to her theme park Dollywood. That's pretty good. I'd say it's guilty pleasure. But Dolly's kind of dope.
She's an icon.
Sure, but
I don't think
but wanting to go to Dollywood's kind of a like.
Sure. Yes.
I'd say it is a guilty pleasure. Dolly's dope. Everyone knows it, but it's kind of a fun guilty pleasure. Listening to Everclear songs. That is funny. I like Everclear, Randu. I can't lie. It's kind of cool. They had a one.
Is that like
something? What? It's a band.
Is that like Father of Mine? Tell me where have you been? Yeah,
that album was
like
dope.
Everclear.
I think it was called like I don't remember what it was called, but that album was actually a really great album. One of the top albums. Better than a lot of shit people love and remember from that period that I think sucks.
Yeah.
Fart jokes are the funniest thing in the world to him. Guilty pleasure, maybe, but correct nonetheless. Correct nonetheless.
I like it.
And he would vote, Randy, this doesn't count. We can't accept this. He said, I'd like to vote yes for Hallmark movie idea. He says he's pissed there's never sex scenes because there's usually 2 good-looking people that never bang.
Well, Drew would say they're good-looking adjacent.
They're good-looking adjacent. Yeah, they're not actually good-looking.
They're not quite good-looking.
They're like what people think good-looking people look like. Like people from small towns. They're like, oh, that's a good-looking person. And then you live in into a city and there's just like beautiful people all over. Like not everywhere, but in certain neighborhoods, like holy shit, everyone in his neighborhood's hot.
Yes.
That's not Hallmark. They're not hot. They're fine. They're fine. I'd take them home. So Randy, we told you do not put it in another email. It has to be by itself, and it just says yes, please. Yes, please.
Yes, please. No subject.
No subject, and that's MELLONfights at MELLON fights at gmail.com. Yes, please. No subject.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. Let me say it without you saying it with me. Yes, please. At MELLONfights at gmail.com. With love, Randong.
Oh, Randong.
So that's our first email of the week. And again, email us. We love a good email. If you don't want it read or getting your name mentioned when you send it, don't send it then.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to read it.
Because we're going to read it.
I'm not going to say last names, even though with Moose I kind of do, but not really. Moose, the Moose Man, Mike, did send us an email. Says, "What's up with Tara spoiling shit for herself on purpose? So weird." I don't disagree. Oh, I'm sorry. His his um his headline was "Straights are afraid of gays," which is something I said last week about Bros. I
Oh.
did go see Bros.
Oh, I
I
can't wait
did
to
see
hear
Bros,
about it.
Tara. I'm gonna tell you
Was
about
it
it right
good?
now.
Awesome.
I thought it was really good. Is it the
Don't wreck it.
funniest Is it the funniest movie ever? No, definitely not. Did I laugh? Yes. Did I get teary at the end? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I fucking did.
All right.
I think it's a really good movie. I think it's really fun. I think it is. There's some parts where I was laughing. Here's what I'm gonna say. They really. I'm gonna partially take back what I said last week. What I said last week is they shouldn't have promoted it that way. Whereas like
Yeah.
historic and gay about being gay and all that, and they should just put it out and then had people, realize it was good. A, I don't know that would have helped.
No.
B, there was something in the movie that I took from it, and I really thought I was like, no, that's what it should be. They should be saying this is we're proud, like because I saw this thing where it was like in the '90s. It might have been, I don't know what it was, but basically in the '90s you could have gay stuff started kind of becoming popular in the '90s, like Will and Grace and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like straight characters had to play gay people and stuff
Right.
like that. So this is not that. It was like he's like, we get to be ourselves for once and be gay
Mm-hmm.
and still make a movie. So I kind of understand that. So I don't mind that they
Promoted it that way.
promoted it that way. I think they should have used some funnier clips when they promoted it. I also don't know.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like it didn't start getting promoted till almost like the movie was about to come out, like a week or two
I
before.
agree.
I hadn't heard of
Yeah.
it, and and then the only reason I heard it was because I started following Billy Eichner on TikTok, so I started seeing it. But I hadn't really seen anything for it, so it was
Yeah,
promoted. It was promoted real shitty.
and I knew that he was making a movie like
Yeah.
this, and I didn't know
Mhm.
when it was coming out.
Right.
So when they finally started to have previews and trailers and stuff, it did seem very short notice.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Also, it was coming out literally out of the closet. You got
Yeah.
it? You get it?
I do.
Closet joke.
Mhm.
Nailed it. So go see Bros. I think you should go see Bros. Straight people go see Bros. Gay people probably have already seen Bros. Oh, that was the one thing I was gonna say. It might not be as funny if you go see it in a small town in a theater. It'll be funny, but I'll liken it to seeing Nope. I live in a city, so pretty diverse city, Chicago. I went and saw Nope, and I was maybe one of packed house. There was maybe one other white person in the
What's
theater.
Nope?
I'm sorry, did I say Nope? Nope's a new
Yeah.
movie. Nope's his new movie. What I meant to say was I went to see
Get Out?
Get Out. I went to see Get Out in the theater. I was one of two, I think. There might have been one other white person. I didn't see him. But then I was like, there's got to be another white person. But packed house. And the experience was really excellent because, like, the people there, it was like for them more than me, honestly. And they enjoyed it, and it helped, and it like likened me to enjoy it more. Likened me to enjoy it more. That's not a saying, but I'm gonna keep it in there.
Okay.
And I feel like this was a similar thing where I went, Miranda and I went, and I felt like a lot of the crowd was. Did this cut out again?
It went out. Yeah.
All right. So again, back to what I was saying. I'm having batteries issues with my camera, guys. Sorry about that. I don't understand why it doesn't charge while it's plugged in. It doesn't make any sense.
No.
But basically, I got to see it with a bunch of LGBTQ community plus people,
Mm-hmm.
and they really were enjoying it, and it upped my enjoyment of it as well. I think because their joy made me probably enjoy it just as much, and it also got the vibe. You know how you need a vibe in a theater.
Yeah, you definitely need vibes in theaters.
So the vibe was popping. Everyone was really laughing and ready to enjoy it. I wish it had been a full house. It was probably maybe a third full when we saw it. It was like a Tuesday night. I thought it would have been fuller. It was a Tuesday night, and we go on Tuesdays because it's half off tickets.
Right.
We're cheapies. We're cheapos. But yeah, I thought that made it more fun to see it that way. So again, it might be a chance if you see it in a certain place, it won't be as fun. You know, you
Mm-hmm.
might be there might not be that many people in there or something like that. Just because, again, small town
Content.
mentality.
Yep.
Um, Straights are afraid of gays. I'm just gonna say it again. Back to the email. Um, he says he loves that you look up celebrity gossip, but only read the headlines. He thinks that's good.
Yeah.
Thinks that's some good stuff. You're a weirdo. I don't think I realized you said that last week. I was like,
Yeah.
what?
I said
And
I was light, because I just look at the headlines.
right,
So I don't really know exactly what's going on, but I have an idea.
right. Said great callback on the unwashed peanut butter spoon. He says that he
Yes.
will say though that he washes his silverware the same way as mom and dad because his dishwasher sucks, but sharp knives do go down.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, so
yeah,
last week,
yeah. Update.
after,
Hold on.
update,
Update.
update. So on Tuesday of last week, my mom comes into my room and she's like, knives go down because I just cut myself unloading the dishwasher. And I was like, listen to my podcast. That wasn't me.
Did she?
So
Did they listen? Did she hear it yet?
I don't know if they've heard it yet, but
Oh,
definitely
so it
it
sounds like
was
it's
either
dad.
her, it's probably dad, but Drew said, well, maybe it's her and she's embarrassed because she cut her hand.
That's her
but
move. That's a move
but
she
then
would do.
but then I said something to dad and he's like, no, you put it upward so it cleans it better. I'm like, no. So he still is gonna try to cut our
That's
hands
not how
off.
that works. That's not how it works.
No. Mm-mm. There's like
He also
holes in
said
the basket.
he says pooping their pants. Someone pooping their pants is way funnier than someone shitting their pants, in his opinion. Did we say that shitting
Hmm.
your pants is funnier? Which is funny because we think
Pooping,
the word poop and poopy is
shitting.
funnier than shit.
Yeah.
Pooping your pants is funnier than shitting your pants. I don't remember making that argument, but he's correct.
I don't either.
If we
Did
said
we
that,
say it
if
was
we
funnier or did we say we like to say it better?
saying poop or poopy is funnier than saying shit to me. So I
I don't
think
know.
if we said the opposite, we were incorrect. We spoke out of turn, and Moose Man is correct. I'm just gonna call him Moose Man.
Moose man.
I'm gonna tell a real funny, quick story about that. No one calls him Moose. We never called him Moose, really. Now I do, but uh, basically he got I don't know if it was but some management and stuff at our old job. They gave him like these fleeces and had names on them, they gave one to Moose, and he doesn't ever go by Moose, but it said Moose. They put the name Moose on him. And we laughed so hard because no one had ever called him Moose before. I call him Moose now because it makes me laugh, but it said Moose on it. The point where he hated it so much to the point where he was like trying to pick the stitches out so it didn't say Moose
Oh
on it
my
anymore.
God. I
It was
love
so
it.
fucking
What
funny.
did yours say?
I wasn't management. I didn't get
Oh,
one.
okay.
I'm not cool enough to get one.
Mm.
So it was like people in the office and stuff that got him. I guess technically I was in the office, but I wasn't management or anything. I was barely an employee. I was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Uh, he said he had to skip past the abortion episode, but it's been a lot of fun. Nice job. So that's fine. I think we said, I don't know. Who cares? We said skip stuff if you're in it. We said skip if you don't dig.
Oh, skip through it, but you should listen to the other stuff that's in it because there's some solid stuff
Oh, that is a really
in
good
that
episode,
episode.
actually.
So,
Yeah.
like, maybe skip the
If you
first
haven't,
part of
maybe
it.
skip that first part, Moose, because it is
Yeah.
there. It's one of my favorite. I remember during
We
it, we're
get
like, man.
wild.
I remember during it going like, man, people that skip because of this abortion part, they're gonna miss the good stuff.
Yeah.
Because that was a lot of fun. So, yeah, if you haven't heard the rest of that episode, go back and listen to it, Moose.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. That was our first. That was a new guy. That was a new one.
Love it.
That was our first new one. Going back to not new. Oh man, we have we got a ton
Jeez.
for us. Still our number one fan. It says, and it's coming from Miranda.
Okay.
She's honored to be our new number one fan because she was the only one going there for a minute.
Yep.
Even though she forgot to send an email last week, she said, "Keep it coming, babe. You're number one fan until I decide otherwise." Guilty pleasures she went with.
Okay.
Bravo shows. That's fair. Those are guilty because they're awful.
Yeah, I
She
kind of gave up on them. I don't really watch them anymore. I'll
she's
still
a
read about the
she does
gossip
a
headlines, but I won't
she
read the.
yeah, she does a lot of them. She
Hmm.
does a lot of them. She doesn't just do the only ones I can kind of handle are the below decks, but they
Yeah.
give me. I also hate it because I hate the wealthy people and the way they treat the people that are working.
Yes.
I find it to be annoying. But she loves Bravo shows. I don't like them at all. I can't stand them. She loves cooking craze, which is an iPad game that she plays all the time. It's like where you make meals. Like it's like basically a tap game. It sucks.
Yeah.
I played it a little bit. I hated it, but she's literally been playing it for about 3 years straight. And she like will tell me, "Oh, I moved on to a new city." I'm like, that means nothing. It means nothing to me. She really likes videos of people organizing the refrigerator. I
That
didn't
is a
know that
guilty
she loved
pleasure.
that, but I hate it because it seems when I watch it, it's such a waste of time and space. And like,
Yeah.
how bored are you? Come on,
Yeah.
Miranda can do it
It's
if
like
she wants, but
I'm
I'm
just
just gonna
showing
mess it
you
up.
this to show you how much I have my life together
Oh,
even though
every
my
time I
life
watch,
is not together.
yeah, the only time I watch it is when I'm like, I'm like, why? How do you have so much shit? Like, you know how much it would cost to stock that fridge? Thousands of
Right.
dollars. Like, sell down, rich ass. And then Lunchables is her other one. She loves a
Oh, I
Lunchable.
love it. I hate them.
They suck. Lunchables
They're so
suck.
gross. They're
Every
like
they are so bad.
mm-mm.
The meat,
The meat, it's so
the meat.
slimy.
Oh my god, the meat sucks.
It is like somebody like poured water on it and
It's always so
said
wet. Then why is
enjoy.
your meat wet?
Yeah.
Wow, because I'm good at what I do. I'm
Oh
sorry.
god. And
I
then
apologize.
what about those pizza ones that were terrible? Or it's
Terrible.
just like a
Uncooked pizza?
cracker with
Fuck
cold
off.
pizza. Mm-mm.
Speaking
The
of pizza,
nacho
Moran,
ones were okay because it was
then
basically just like
no, they're all gross.
okay.
Those were gross too. Lunchables is gross. Will I
Yeah.
eat it here and there? Yeah, because I'm a monster. I'm a
You
monster. I'll
still
eat one.
will?
Tara,
No.
I'm a monster. I don't
You are
enjoy
if you're
it.
eating.
I don't. I like the crackers in. I guess I could just buy crackers instead.
Yeah, just get
Um.
crackers.
So what was I saying?
I don't know.
Oh, pizza. Be on the lookout. New TikTok account on the way called Pizza Draft. It's gonna be me and Miranda. And every time we eat a pizza together, we draft the slices. I'm gonna record it and start putting it up every time we have a pizza.
That's funny. I like
It's
it.
very TikTok,
It's
and I think
very
it's
TikTok.
super silly. And we're gonna have fun with it. I do have it, Pizza Draft. If you want to start following us, it exists. There's not a post yet, but we are Pizza Draft on TikTok, and
Ooh, I can't wait to see that.
we are Pizza Draft Time at gmail.com. So many things I give out.
I'm really
Uh,
excited for your first pizza draft.
I am too. I wish we just had pizza, and I'm gonna be gone for a day or two, so it might be a little later this week, hopefully. Tara, Drew
Yeah.
forgot to copycat me last week. I
Drew,
did.
I was going to ask you
I
that.
didn't even
I
think about it.
even had it written down. I said,
I didn't
"Did
think
you
about it.
copycat Miranda?"
I didn't even think
Mm.
about it. She says thankful I didn't have that mental tickle. Yeah, she would have hated. Miranda,
Yeah.
can I be honest, man? Miranda can't play along sometimes. Miranda doesn't always play along.
Well, copycatting is not a play
Right, that's what I'm
along.
saying. She
It
wouldn't enjoy.
sucks. No,
She would cry
no
about
one
it maybe a
enjoys
little.
it.
Ooh,
That's what I was doing.
She's gonna listen to this
And
and
then
hate me.
Dad was like like copying my little cry.
Good.
So
I'm gonna do it today. I'm gonna do it
okay,
today
do it.
because she doesn't know we're having this conversation. I'll do it today.
Right.
She's gonna hate it. This is good, Tara. Her next one here: top 3 Halloween movies plus. I'll say we're not gonna do it this week. I think we should do it next
Okay.
week. So
Okay.
that's when we're gonna do next week,
Since it's Halloween next week.
since it's Halloween next week. But I want us to really think about it. I do want us to think about it. However, staying right here, staying with this email, staying with that. Let's do a quick one though. Let's do a 3 plus or no 3 top 3 fall things about fall you love. Top 3 things about fall you love. Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to go with your first one? Do you have one?
Yeah.
Let's hear your
Um,
first one.
I really like pumpkin spice. I know it's basic, but
You were
I like to
fucking.
have
It's
a
not that good.
pumpkin spice uh cold foam cold brew.
What's that?
Delicious.
Wait, what?
It's a pumpkin spice cold foam cold
What's
brew.
that?
It's cold brew, and then
Yeah.
it has vanilla syrup in it. I do sugar free because I'm healthy. And then
Yeah.
on top of it is pumpkin cold foam,
What's that?
which is basically whipped like cream and pumpkin flavor, and they whip it really fast so then it gets foamy, and they put it on top of the cold
Why don't they
brew.
just put it in one of those soap bottles that foams liquids?
Oh, that's a good question.
Think that would work?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's what Dunkin' Donuts does.
Just does a little
Or
spray on it.
yeah,
Where do you get yours from?
Starbucks.
Mm.
It's delicious.
What's your number 2 fall thing?
Mm, decor.
Decor.
Yeah, I like fall
Decor.
decor.
What's
Yeah,
your
I was
decor?
gonna
Why?
say decorations and then I said decor.
What about the
Uh,
decor?
I like Halloween decor because it's
Oh, okay.
fun and it's usually it has like some sparkliness to it or
Mm-hmm.
um, just a little pizzazz.
Yeah.
And then you can also do just like the fall decor where, like that truck with the pumpkins in it, like the old school truck with pumpkins. Do you know what
Yeah,
I'm
we kind of got a
talking
mix
about?
going. We kind of got a mix going
Mm-hmm.
of
Yeah.
pumpkin-y fall stuff and Halloween stuff. We
Yeah.
so it's funny, we have like pumpkins and then everything we have Halloween, other than my paintings that I do
Mm-hmm.
for Halloween, are just dollar store things. We got a bunch of dollar store
Yeah.
stuff last year and we re-upped this year. And it's all kind of
Yes.
like garbage, but we got it. We got some of it.
That's like mine too.
It's the
It's
way I
all
like to do
Dollar
it. You
Tree.
can kind of get some cool stuff from the dollar
You
store.
can.
Though she got a couple
I-
things from TJ Maxx that were a little bit more expensive, but
My favorite thing I got was it was a candy dispenser, but it was only big enough to hold mini M&Ms.
mm,
And one time mom came into my room and I was like going like this. Like
doing what?
cuz
This
like
is radio.
oh sorry. Thank you. It had okay. So I
Just
was
say you had
turning
it
it.
tipped
I
full
was
up there.
turning it and I like had it tipped like so it was open and it was like going into my mouth. So I was
She was
tipping it
chugging out
like
of she was chugging out of a candy dispenser.
I
That's
was chugging out
I'll
of
spell it
it.
out for you guys. She was chugging out of a candy dispenser.
Yeah.
What's your
Um
number 1 fall thing?
oh gosh. The number one thing that I like about fall is oh god. Maybe that
Jesus,
I get to see family during Thanksgiving. Is that bad?
you're whack. I accept it, but you're whack. You couldn't think of anything better. My family. It's
Well,
fall. It's Halloween.
I do like to wear like my UGG boots with high socks and like a shacket. I kind of like that fall vibe, the cozy fall vibe.
Mm-hmm.
How about that? Is that
Well,
better?
I accept it. Yeah,
Yeah.
family was boring. I
Okay.
accept that better.
Yeah.
Here's what's going. It's my turn. Top
Okay, let's
3
hear it.
fall things. Number 3, football. It's the fullest,
Oh
most
yeah.
full. It's football time. It's football. It's football. It's football. That's my number 3. You think it'd be number 1, but it's number 3. Fall thing. Football. Football. Number 2. I'm just gonna say it. I love autumn leaves. I love the leaf change. I think it's awesome. Love the way it looks. It's a beautiful thing.
I think it's
Beautiful, beautiful thing.
fine.
You're
Sometimes I
wrong.
think it's a
I'm
little
looking out the.
overrated.
It's not. It's
I know.
green. I'm looking out the window right now. Beautiful out there. Gorgeous. It's
Okay.
only because it only lasts for about a second.
I
It's like a
think that's why I
week.
don't like it.
It's like a week. Well, that gets me to my number 1 thing. My favorite thing
Okay.
about fall. None of this shit. It fucking sucks. I'm so
That's
fuck.
not
I hate.
counting.
Yes. Fall.
No.
Yes, this was my whole point. Fall sucks. I hate fall. Cold. What it means? Winter is here. Winter's basically here. That means fall sucks. Tara.
So that's
Pumpkin
your
spice
favorite thing
sucks.
about it
It
is
makes
it
me like
sucks?
dislike football. I started thinking about it today. Football. I'm like, oh, football season. I'm like, yeah, but you know what football season means? Fall into winter. I hate fall, Tara. Summer's the only good.
I know.
Summer's the only good. The beginning of the end of spring only, and summer.
When it's hot.
Yep. Fall, winter, early spring suck balls. There is no top 3 favorite falls. It was a trap, Tara. I tricked you.
Oh God.
I tricked you with the trap. Nothing about fall is
Well,
good. I don't even like.
yours is
I think
lame.
about Halloween. It's always so damn cold on Halloween.
I
It's
know.
never fun. It's never that fun.
I think about people that live in warm climates and how
Mm-hmm.
they get to enjoy
Everything.
well,
Life.
how they get to enjoy everything, but in terms of Halloween, they can really go all out on Halloween costumes because they don't have to worry about covering them up with jackets or being cold. So
Yeah.
I get a little jealous about that.
Look at me. Listen, I'm comfortable in this, but I'm wearing this because it's cold out.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
wearing a
cold
winter
today.
hat and a hoodie in the house because it's cold out. It's cold out. So it was a
know.
trick. I tricked you. Miranda closes our email with Have a Tuesday.
Good job.
Yeah, you got tricked,
Got
Tara.
me.
You got. Well, you were gonna try
I
to.
got.
It was a trick.
Okay, good trick. Trick or treat.
Trick or treat, baby. I do like candy. If I had to pick a real number one, if you don't like that, candy.
Yeah.
I love the assortment bag. The assortment bags all suck though. I'll save that for grievances. We're coming back to
Okay.
candy during grievances.
All right.
All right. Moving on. I'm skipping one because I read
Okay.
the first bit of it and I'm very excited about it. I'm skipping one.
Okay.
I'm going to go to Jeannie Mellon, our mother, emailed
Okay.
us. Looks like recently while we've recorded probably. And it's called Dishwasher Etiquette.
Oh, look
Just
out.
a note from Jeannie. I do not put silverware right side up in the dishwasher and actually cut myself with a meat cleaver. It was a meat cleaver she's claiming? She has a meat cleaver?
It was the big knife.
That's not
the
a
big
meat
one.
cleaver.
No, it was like
Mom, you don't know a meat cleaver. Meat cleaver is the one that's shaped like a little axe. That's what a
no,
meat
it
cleaver
wasn't
is.
that.
That was
big.
that was sticking up the day the podcast aired. Per James P, he just read silverware should go right side up. He read it, and she says, "I beg to differ, especially meat cleavers." Yeah, I agree with meat cleavers, but it was just a sharp knife, Jeannie. Meat cleavers are less dangerous because there's not like a pointy top. With that said, Tara, at least we put the silverware and dishes in the dishwasher. Ooh, is that a burn, Teabags? Is she claiming you don't put your silverware in the dishwasher?
That's a lie.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
If the dishwasher is not clean, I will always put it in.
Mama. Okay. I don't know. When we lived together, you usually did. When we lived together, you usually did.
Shit up.
You're more of a leave around a bottle kind of gal.
Yeah.
Empty bottles. Half-eaten drink bottles. It wasn't really a dish
Is she
person.
making shit up?
Sometimes a cup. Maybe a cup here and there, but I don't
She's
agree
trying to
with
get
that.
back at me. She's trying to get back at me for all the grievances I've given her.
She's getting back at you because we've been burning her for 29 weeks now. 29 weeks of burning her ass. We've been burning you for 29 weeks, Jeannie. Get over it.
Burn me on something that's real, not a fake thing.
She said, by the way, Drew, there's no front position to the dishwasher for the silverware drawer caddy. I think there is.
I don't think there is.
I think it can move. When I'm coming tomorrow, I'll figure it out.
Mm-mm.
So she says you can both suck it. She got me with that one. She got me with that one. 29 weeks later, she burned me. I better go in my cave. Love moms.
You know, I feel like she has a lot of things that she can burn me on. A lot. I'm not a perfect roommate. And she picked one that isn't even true.
Isn't it? I don't know.
No.
I'm not there. We'll see.
Oh.
We'll see.
If it leaves the cupboards open. Sure. I do that all the time.
Yeah, you do.
If it leaves her shoes in the middle of the kitchen by the table, yep, I do that.
That's where you
Lots
leave
of
your shoes.
stuff.
That's where
Every
you leave your
once in a
shoes.
while, I'll like take my shoes off right by the table and just set them there. I'm
That's
not
not that big.
perfect.
That's not that big a deal. As a household, that household should become more take your shoes off at the door sort of household. I've been in a household like that now, and I really like it a lot more. I will put shoes on maybe a little too early before I go out. Miranda doesn't like that, or when I come back from working out on the roof, she doesn't love it. But as a whole, we mostly don't have shoes on in the apartment, and I do like it.
Hmm.
Uh, all right, Tara. One final email. I'm excited about this one. It is from our brother, and it says
Ooh,
Prince. Prince is the villain. I'm very excited about read this. I didn't read all of it. I just kind of got
ooh,
the
and
first couple lines of it. And it says Prince isn't the hero in Purple Rain. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to read. He wrote a lot. He says Apollonia. So you don't know, Apollonia is the woman in the movie. Apollonia moves to Minneapolis to pursue her music. Pursue, holy shit,
for sure,
pursue to
for
pursue her music.
sure.
Apollonia moves to Minneapolis to pursue her music. She asks for Prince's help, but he says first she needs to purify herself in the lake by getting nude and jumping in the frigid waters. She does it, but but still doesn't help her with music, but gets his groove thing on with her. Later, she pawns a diamond bracelet to get Prince his dream guitar, and after he receives it, he takes off one of the shitty hoop earrings he's wearing and gives it to her and acts like somehow they're even. Then she tells him she's working with Morris. Morris, so you don't know, plays the club across the street. I think it's across the street, and he's like pretty popular. And Prince in the movie, if you don't know, isn't all that popular. Like they think he's too out of control and wild, even though his music is amazing in it. But Morris is cool, and they're having a fun time. Morris is supposed to be the villain in the movie. That's the way they act. And Prince slaps her when she says this a minute after he gifts him this dream guitar. Morris is the hero, is his claim. Once again, somehow the villain. He literally puts all of his time and energy into helping Apollonia with her career, putting a group around Apollonia, and she's playing her first show like weeks later. The reason she moved to Minneapolis in the first place. It's pretty cool. Like she's playing live at this club.
Yeah.
She didn't move there to be Prince's sex toy. After Prince plays all these personal songs basically about his and Apollonia's sex life, like a prick, he shows up at Apollonia's first show, and rather than let her celebrate her success afterwards, he tries to run over Morris with his motorcycle and then pushes Apollonia around more and throws her on the ground. He's a total prick to his band too. His performances in the movie are amazing, have blinded us all into believing he's righteous when really he's a self-centered, abusive asshole. At movie's end, though, they're they're together. Prince still hasn't helped Apollonia with music and never really acknowledges she's an artist. A lot there, and he's right. He's 100% right. Apollonia, I'm sorry. Apollonia is great. Morris is the hero. Morris does try to help her for real, and Prince is a piece of shit the whole movie. And he's right. He's awesome in it. Like his performances are awesome. But anytime he's not on stage, even when he is on stage, he's an asshole. I don't know how much you're familiar with Purple Rain, Tara. Are you?
I've never seen it. So I just
Oh
learned the
shit.
movie. I just learned about it.
Oh. Well, I tell you to watch it. That you have to watch it, but I'm about to discuss it much more, real quick. But you should you should watch it and get feedback on it. But he's basically Prince is an asshole. You don't have to watch it, but anyway, the reverse argument is like Prince had an abusive father that kills himself in front of Prince during the movie.
Oh,
which could
Jesus.
fuck a guy up. That could fuck a guy up. I'm just gonna say, like in
Yeah.
front of him, it happens. Like mid movie, I don't like halfway through the movie maybe. He's an asshole before that though. To be fair,
To be fair.
he is an asshole before that. But that could fuck a guy up. His dad's abusive though. Prior to that, mentally and physically, they don't have a great relationship. Um, so there is that. That would be my counterpoint. That would be my argument on like, or maybe not. I guess when you want to find the reason why he is the way he is, that could be the biggest, the biggest thing in that, obviously. But yeah, he's kind of a real dick to this really nice, super hot, smoking hot babe,
Mm-hmm.
smoking hot babe. But he's so cool, he's too cool for school, sort of thing. Even though he's 5'4", like come on, 5'2", maybe. Like get out of here, bro.
He's a short
He's
king.
a short man, but he's so good at music that it doesn't matter. But he's tiny, Tara. He's like mom size.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Abalone is a total babe. So that's a really great email from Trin.
I like it. It makes me want to watch the movie.
Yeah, you should go watch it. But yeah, that would be kind of my thing is like, and he does, and you're right. He doesn't acknowledge it at the end. He won't play any of his bandmates' music, but at the end, he does end up playing one of their songs, which ends up being Purple Rain.
Purple Rain.
And it's like one of my favorite clips in a movie because it's such a fucking cool tune. But yeah, I've heard that Prince recently. I don't think I had heard this, but Prince was kind of a dick in real life too to his like employees. He was a bit of a tyrant, which you never want to hear things like that.
No.
Is it true? I don't know.
I don't know.
But
either.
if that's the, because I think Prince, I mean, that's kind of his movie he wanted to make, and he's pretty cool being a dickhead in it. So maybe he thinks that's a cool way to be.
Yeah, I could see Prince kind of being a dickhead for sure.
For sure. Maybe he's not. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. There's only a few guys I'm positive are not dickheads, and their names are Jack
Sandler.
Black and Adam Sandler.
Mm-hmm.
I think they both just are not dickheads in real life.
I don't think so either.
I don't believe it.
That
And I don't think
clip that
Tom
I
Hanks
sent
would
you.
be either. I don't think Tom Hanks is a dick. I know that people try to say he's a pedophile now. And I'm just like, can't handle that shit. QAnon shit. It's like out of control. But yeah, Jack Black, Adam Sandler, no way.
No way.
What'd you say? That thing you sent me?
That clip I sent you of Jack Black
of that kid meeting Jack Black and that kid sang the School of Rock thing to him?
Yes.
The Rent.
Awesome.
The Rent.
Yep.
The
Legend
song?
of the Rent.
The Legend of the Rent. Yeah, if you haven't seen that, look it up. It's pretty good.
It's so good.
So I wanted to do that first because I knew we had a lot of them, and also I thought it could get us going. You know, we would just kind of bounce off of those. We're normally got to fire through them. So yeah, if you haven't seen Purple Rain, people, give it a watch. That's exactly what we're talking about. If you have someone that you feel that way about, you know, so it's like because Trin loves Prince. So he took someone he loved, and he, you know, it was, and he, you know, he looked at it objectively, and it was and it came out awesome. Like that's kind of what the idea is. So if you want to send that to us in an email form, send it. It's a lot of fun. I think that'd be a fun podcast, honestly, is to objectively look at something you love and then like, try to be devil's advocate.
In the future, if someone does do that, like we should read the email ahead of time and then make sure that I've seen it so I can have some thoughts on it instead of definitely.
Why would we read it? I don't really read the emails ahead of time. I like to not know what they're going to be, and we get to like react to them. It's kind of our thing. That's my take on the matter. But
then I don't get to get involved on it because I don't watch movies.
Well, that's not how we'll pick different movies for you to talk about. That's the beauty of this thing. You can watch Purple Rain.
I'm going to.
But this week you have to come up with 3+. We'll do 5 scary movies. And we'll have a little NBA preview next week. I'll come up with maybe come up with 2 categories, Tara, for the NBA season that are fun. Okay. And I'll come up with 2 or 3, whatever you have. As many, if you come up with more than 2, go ahead and do it. And then, but again, guys, that was our email section today. It ran real long. MELLONfights, MELLON fights at gmail.com. We like to read them. We like to read them out loud. So, but let's move on, Tara, to a little bit of sports. Let's talk about our football. And wait, hold on. We'll do sports last. Is there anything else you wanted to, that you saw this week that you want to talk about?
There is something, but I think it's going to be way too long if we talk about it.
What is it?
The Great British Bake Off controversy.
What's the controversy? It doesn't have, I don't watch it, so I don't think it'll be that long.
Okay. So since you don't watch it every week,
I know how it works.
Well, somebody that's listening might not know. Every week there's like a different like topic or bake. So it would either be like cookies or they call them biscuits or cakes or whatever. Well, one of the weeks it was Mexican food. And when it first started, they say what it is, and you would think, oh, it's gonna like there's an entire week dedicated to this specific cuisine, so there's going to be some appreciation for it, you would think. Well, they decided to go in a very controversial direction. The two hosts come out and they introduce it before the show starts, and they both had giant sombreros on and ponchos.
Mm-hmm.
And in the first scene, they said something. I even wrote it down. Noel said, I don't think we should make Mexican jokes because people will get upset. And then Matt goes, not even Juan? And then Noel goes, not Juan. And then they started the show. And throughout it was just thing after thing where it's like, what are they doing? Like, these people are not familiar with Mexican culture or anything, where one of the ladies was making they had to make guacamole, and she was peeling an avocado instead of cutting it and scooping it out. She was peeling it like a potato. They were mispronouncing.
That's just dumb. But
They were mispronouncing absolutely everything. Like, no care or thoughts into even like the dishes that they were making. They weren't saying correctly. They were saying like pico de gallo. They didn't even know what that was. And they weren't saying de gallo. They were saying de gallo or whatever. It was in tortillas, like insane. And people were losing their minds. And when I was watching it, I'm like, oh, people are going to hate this. But I was also kind of just like, they're not putting any sort of like, they're not really talking about the culture or really putting appreciation to it. It was just a wild ride.
Weird.
Yeah.
It's like, here's the thing. They're in Great Britain. Mexican culture doesn't exist there, really. That's like very much Mexico and South America and the US. I think a little bit into Canada, a little bit as well. But a lot of Mexican people don't end up in Great Britain. They end up in the US. They deal with more like or less Spanish people, and their version of that of like immigrants coming into their countries that bigots around there deal with, like, are being shitty about, is more like Middle Eastern people. I believe. I think that they whatever that means, that gets
right.
But so this is really wild to even do.
Really,
like, here's my thing is it's like, clearly it's dumb as fuck.
Yes.
The sombrero thing with the whatever is what is the least probably. It's like, it's really stupid. They actually I'm looking at them and they look stupid.
Yeah.
They think they're fucking cute and they're not. But it's on Netflix. How does Netflix, which is like, I don't know, has a pretty big Hispanic like viewership. I know there's a lot of people that there's a lot of shows on there that are like Spanish and Mexican and Hispanic shows that are popular. How do they not step in and be like, this ain't happening?
Right, like, we're not
Like,
gonna air this
how does
one.
Netflix not go like, no, this ain't
Right.
happening? Um, I don't
It
know.
was crazy. They had so many terrible puns. Like one of the decorations for the cake was just a bunch of color and a big mustache on it. Just tons of stereotypes, and it was
Right. And
I
it's
was
like,
just it didn't make sense because like I
it's
said,
not like,
most of the time it really is like appreciation, and especially with Mexican food, there's tradition that goes into it, and
right.
especially with like the tortillas that they make, they had like canned stuff for them to use, and it's like no, there is so much pride in making these tortillas, and
Yeah, no shit.
you're making them in less than 2 hours with kind of just like a bisquick or something.
Weird.
It was so bizarre.
Don't even have the episode.
Right.
Like they're looking at them, they think they're so clever in these pictures. It's like, what are you guys doing? Like I
Well,
thought it was gonna be
especially
stupid. Like I'd seen something about it, and I was like, I'm sure it's not that bad. But the way you're describing it, it seems like it was really lazy and like just lazy more than anything. Like the
yes.
laziness behind it is offensive.
And they have time to prepare what they're going to make. So it's like read a fucking book about it or try to actually like figure it out. Like
I'm gonna
sure,
watch the
maybe
episode.
it's like maybe you don't like have a bunch of Mexican cuisine in your country, but look into it and just not the stereotypical stuff. So yeah, it was weird. I watched it and it was just cringy beyond anything.
It's so weird. It's not like it was like we're enjoying this with like Mexican people either.
No.
You know, it'd be like one because I know like people go down to Mexico and they like when apparently I've seen this thing. It's like we love it when people like are wearing our like when they come down here and like wear sombreros and shit and like embrace our culture while they're here.
Sure, while you're
But
here.
this is not that's not what was happening.
No.
It's not like they did a trip to Mexico and like let's be a part of this. It's like
Right.
isn't this cute? Which makes it dickish. That's when it becomes
Right.
like we aren't taking this serious. It's different than going down there and being like I'm being a part of your culture with you.
Right.
It's like there's not a Mexican person in sight. There's not a Mexican person within 100 miles of us. You know,
Right.
like
And there
so
were a
you look like
couple people that like did cool things, but in
I'm sure they did.
general, it was not great.
I'm sure they did. Yeah, that's weird. That's a weird move. I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely say it's a weird move. I'm gonna watch it just so I can see how bad it was.
Yeah,
Because the picture is like a joke.
it is. It's crazy.
They posted the Juan joke to their official
Yes.
Twitter.
Drew, their Twitter had a bunch of shit too. That was
Oh my
like,
god, what are they
yes,
doing?
I know.
What are they doing?
So it wasn't like, oh, we did this, we probably shouldn't. It was like when it was being dropped in the US, they
doubled
put it
down.
out there. They doubled down.
They doubled down. What a bunch of morons.
Mm-hmm.
So those comedians, they're the two comedians are type of comedians that are trying to be provocative, you know.
Sure.
I've seen some of their
Yep.
stuff like
Uh-huh.
Little Britain. One of them was on Little Britain, which was a wild show. But that's not what this is. So it's not a comedy show where you're trying to push boundaries. Which makes it
No.
fucking annoying, which makes it
Yeah.
really shitty. I don't know. It's weird. I'm gonna stay on that topic real quick before we move to this final sports thing. We'll be quick on the picks. It wasn't that exciting of a week of football, but I will say the other crazy thing going on in like Twitter that made me think of Twitter, Kanye thing. And this reminds me of it. It's like people think we're like, oh, we've come so far. We've come nowhere. People are still doing stupid shit like that, like it's 1980, 1990. And then Kanye's out here talking about Jewish people in such a fucking negative manner.
So bad.
Where it's like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, how are we going backwards? And it's fucking gross. And I'm tired of people being like, it's this thing that I kind of was like, oh yeah, maybe. Until you really start thinking about it, I'm tired of people being like, well, it's this woke culture, this cancel culture. That's I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Those people aren't wrong though. Like the woke culture can't like things need to change. Like sometimes it's like very aggressive and out of like, I was like, Jesus Christ.
Right.
But that's not an excuse for shitty behavior. Like for someone being like, I want to be treated better isn't an excuse for someone to treat people fucking worse than they were treating them and to go backwards in the way
Yeah,
we treat people. It's so fucking stupid.
it's so dumb.
Like, hey, I may not totally understand, like, as a cis white male, is that the term still? No idea.
Yeah,
As a cis white male, I may not understand what it means to be trans. I may not, and sometimes may confuse me and stuff like that. And like, and the whole, and all the other things, binary, non-binary, and like, and all those things. But that doesn't mean because that confuses me. So I'm like not totally up to date on it. First of all, that doesn't make me a shitty person because I don't totally understand it when you
right.
first tell me it. Like, fuck off. I'm
Mm-hmm.
allowed to be able to learn about things. That drives me
Exactly.
insane. However, it doesn't mean I should go be shitty about something else and like be shitty about like gay culture or Jewish culture or anything of that nature or black culture. It
Right.
doesn't give me that right to do that. It doesn't give you a right to belittle me because I'm still trying to learn something, but it also doesn't give me the right to go be an asshole just because I feel stupid. Part of that's people feel.
Mm-hmm.
I've realized that more than anything. When people feel stupid, when they feel like someone's made
Lash
them
out.
feel stupid and they lash out.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah.
do it with things like that. They do it with like flat earthy shit. It's like
Mm-hmm.
people like, oh, you made me feel stupid. I'm gonna lash out and be fucking angry now.
Yeah.
So
And that
I don't
definitely
know.
felt like a lash out because people didn't understand his white lives matter bullshit and people had something to say about it.
Well, I don't know. There's a lot of like Jewish conspiracy and black culture and stuff like that. I don't know if you remember Nick Cannon,
Oh
you know,
yes. And
like it's a like thinking it's the Jewish it's the Jewish man's holding me down. It's like this weird thing that's all Jewish people holding people down. And Kanye is really kind of leading the way on it right now. And needs to quit the bullshit.
yeah, he does.
Anyway, any take
Cuz
on
we
any of that? I talked a lot there and got kind of up on my soapbox of sorts.
Yeah, I just think that people need to be better. I know that's such a lame thing to say and people say it all the time, but just fucking be better
Yeah,
and stop
be
trying
more
to pit
understanding of other
other
people.
stop trying to like pit other people against others because that's not doing anything. It's just creating negativity and it's not necessary and it's shitty and you feel shitty when you do it. It's just poison.
Yeah, I think we just need to be more. People need more understanding of other people, and people need to
Yes.
stop trying to excuse bad behavior as well.
Yes.
It's one of the worst things going on right now is people excusing
Yeah.
bad behavior.
And like it's okay to have disagreements with people. It doesn't always have to lead in violence towards people.
Hmm.
And I think
It's true.
sometimes people don't realize that, so like especially a Kanye or somebody who has pull with the way people act, like him saying stuff like that could lead to violence.
Right, because what it does is it gives some. So say someone has a little bit of an inkling in their brain of feeling a certain way, and then someone who is a billionaire and in power, and people listen to, um, enforces that, like reinforces that, and like he goes, oh, what I'm thinking is right.
Right.
Like this dangerous thing is right, and it makes them more confident in what they're thinking, and they're
Yeah.
confident in what's wrong. And again, that is how you know revolutions happen too. Which so it kind of works both ways. It can be super
Right.
negative, but it can also like be like when people start to realize like the movement of people being like the fuck we're not getting paid right, our workers' rights, and when one person speaks up, and other people start to be more confident. But
Sure.
it also goes the other way as well, which sucks. Is
Definitely.
that human nature can go both ways.
Mhm.
So I don't have a problem when something's super fucking negative like that. I have no problem with taking someone off. Fuck your free speech. If I get kicked off of something, I might get kicked off of this though. Who knows? I might be real pissed about it because someone could see what I'm saying is super negative. I don't know. You know,
Yeah.
I don't agree, but
But also it's like you would maybe have a conversation with that person and try to figure it out and
well,
if
that's the
someone
problem. Is they don't. That is the one thing. There's not like a conversation. Like it's like
no.
these social medias have so much power. I see it on TikTok all the time. People are like, oh, I got banned for like this, like, like, why are you kicking me off? And there's always like a little thing, like there'll always be like a little link. Hey, this is not that. Sometimes it's for girls. Like I'm not a minor.
Right.
Just because someone's reporting me, quit the bullshit. Hey, that wasn't actual violence. Things like that.
Sure.
And they just kick them off without being able to like, speak for themselves. I don't believe in that. I think people should have a chance to speak for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if any of that made sense. I feel like I went on a wild rant there. Let's talk about football.
Let's talk about football.
Let's talk about sports and football. I am excited about the NBA season. I'm picking the Bucks now, by the way.
Okay.
We can pick who we think's winning the championship right now. Go ahead, Tara. Who's winning?
The Bucks.
The Bucks, and who are they playing? Who are the Bucks beating in the finals? This won't be a part of our preview next week.
Dallas.
The Mavs. Ooh, rough pick. Just kidding. I'm going to say that they're going to be
They went
playing,
to the final.
I think it's going to be the Nuggets.
Okay.
I think the Nuggets are healthy. I think they're healthy, and I think they're awesome. And I think it's going to be Bucks beating the Nuggets. The last two MVPs going at it.
I like
That's
it.
my prediction. All right, Tara. So last week, NFL weekend, we both. Well, I went 1-1 because I did a bonus. Shouldn't do my bonus. I told you I didn't feel good about the bonus.
No.
But I didn't do it. But my main pick, I didn't put the other pick in our clip because I did not believe in it. I did not put it in our clip. But it still counts as towards my full record. But I had Seattle +3, and they won easily. Normally I'm picking a dog I think is going to win outright. So we actually should probably be picking money lines on that, Tara. You make more money that way. And you picked
the Patriots +3.
The Patriots +3, and they crushed. So both of our teams +3 crushed. My bonus one was Carolina +9. It wasn't looking bad. They were up 10-7 at half. And then they just realized, all we got to do is stop Christian McCaffrey and we win this. There's no chance. So, but the Rams do not look good still.
They do not.
They don't look good still. I'm going to say that. And I think Seattle looks like they're going to maybe be the best team in that division.
Yeah, which who knew?
And I mean, the Niners, I think, can figure it out. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
When they get healthy, they're not super healthy on defense right now. I think they could figure it out. But Tara, the scariest team right now, you don't want to get them going, is your Patriots that you picked. Like,
I know.
If Bailey Zappi is going to play like that, and Bill's got the defense playing right, they're terrifying. They're terrifying.
I mean, do you think once Mac Jones is ready to come back, they got a quarterback controversy?
No, I think Bailey stays in.
Oh.
I think Bailey Zappi's is his job until
he
they start losing. Until they start losing. I think he's played better than Mac Jones ever played last year. Even
I do too. He looks good.
I think it's Bailey Zappi's job. I don't think it's a controversy. I think it's Bailey Zappi's job. Unless he starts to suck, and then they'll put Jones in. That's what I believe. I really think that.
I hope so.
And I don't think
he's got a fun ass name.
Bailey Zappi is a good name.
It's good.
It's a really good name. That was good. That was a good pick by you. They looked good. I was worried. You were right about Jacoby. Jacoby's got his couple wins for the year, and they might not win again.
No.
Until they get Deshaun back, which.
And then I hope
when that happens, we're not going to talk about the Browns.
Yeah.
So. But I will say that there probably isn't a quarterback controversy in Dallas either. I didn't think there was going to be.
Definitely
Dak's
not.
the quarterback when he gets back. He absolutely is.
Cooper.
If they would have won that game last night, I still think it's like they started coming back. But
yes,
he just isn't good enough. He just isn't good enough. And I think Dak. I think they're a really good team, and Dak makes them a really good keeps them.
Yeah.
His
really passes just were not on target whatsoever. Like they were just either behind or to the other team. He struggled, but they did come back. So that was exciting to see that. I mean, they have fighting them still. So
yeah, they were fiery. They want to win. They want to beat the Eagles with this. I haven't seen them this fiery in a while, Tara. Like they're like when Diggs got pissed and threw his helmet down. I liked it.
Yeah.
I wasn't mad that they got the penalty. He's like pissed. He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
We got to make that stop. I think they're fiery. I think they're good. Their defense is really fired up.
Mhm.
Zeke looks good to me. Strong.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's fine. I think when Dak comes back, that'll open up those running lanes a little bit more because they're not going to be keying in those running backs because Dak
Yeah.
will throw it downfield. The Cooper rushing is such a farce. Come on,
I know.
it's so different than even when it was Romo and Dak. When
Oh,
it was Romo and Dak,
definitely.
at least Dak was playing pretty good.
He's
Like he
playing
was
really
throwing the ball
good.
around.
Yeah.
Um,
What
but
about
it's
Jalen
not even close.
Hurts?
What about him?
I think he's so good, and like if they need to get 1 yard, they should always give it to him because he is so strong. And they were like, "Oh yeah, his people are pushing him in," and they'd show it, and I'm like, "No, they're not. He is seriously pushing
No, he's
that
awesome.
entire line because he is just so strong."
He's become far more consistent than Lamar. Even I feel like over the last
Yeah.
year and a half. I actually think he's been far. Lamar is not that consistent right now. He drives me nuts.
Mm-mm.
I don't like their play calling. Um, yeah, I don't know. What did you have any takeaways from yesterday's games at all? Other than like
Uh,
Jalen Hurts being good, the Eagles are good. I think
the
the
Eagles are
Cowboys with Dak.
good.
I think the Cowboys with Dak. That game could have gone either way
Yeah,
In Philly.
I
So
think
I
so
think the
too.
Cowboys. I think the Cowboys are right there
I agree.
when they get if Dak's back and actually healthy. I think they're right there.
I think that I'm gonna say it again. Why did Tom Brady come back? Like, it's
He
just such a mess. Like he's not even Tom Brady. He's not even put, like, I know he's got some personal stuff or whatever going on, but it sounds like he's been having like extra special treatment, and
sure
he missed Friday to go to Robert Kraft's wedding and
right.
missed Saturday, and then that he looked like shit and then was just like
Yelling at his
screaming at his
teammates.
line and it's like, this is not a good look. And everyone's like, oh, Gronk just needs to come back. Gronk just said he's going back to media. There's no way Gronk is coming back.
No, he
Why
doesn't
would
want to
he?
play
This
anymore. He's
team
done.
does, yeah, he's done this. Like, nobody looks like they're having fun on this team. And that's, he's not coming back. He just wants
I
to have
saw
fun.
I saw people acting like Tampa Bay is still like one of the top teams in the fucking.
No.
People, the experts in these things are they refuse to see what's in front of them and what the actual team is doing. Like, oh, they
Yeah.
use like this speculation things. Like, well, they got Tom Brady and they got this and this and this. But instead of watching what's really happening, they did the same things
Yeah.
with the Nets last year.
Yeah.
I think the Nets are scary this year
Sure.
because you don't have the COVID thing with Kyrie. Um, and Ben Simmons seems like he's going to play. He played pretty good against the
Yep.
Bucks in that preseason game. They
Yep.
scare me. I'm going to be honest.
Hmm.
But last year they did not
No.
because they were a fucking mess. And the Tampa Bay is a mess. You got to start looking at these teams and going like, wow, they're a mess, and believe what you're seeing. Don't
Yes.
try to create some fucking thing where it's like, man, but they have all these things. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah, but those things aren't
th-
doing
but those
anything.
things suck right now.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about? Like, they're not meshing together at all.
And
Like I
like
said, I
vibe
think the
check, no
vibe
good
check,
vibes. No good vibes.
no, where
Bad vibes.
where Seattle is the difference is like, oh, I don't Seattle's not that good. I'm like, they lost Russell. I'm like, yeah, but look what's going on.
Right.
They look like they care and they have a fight in them.
Yep.
Believe what you're seeing. Stop fucking making shit up. Like, I don't want to hear about I don't hear anything about the Lakers until they start winning some games.
Oh yeah.
And the
That's
Nets,
a
they'll talk
mess.
about. I actually, like I said, I think the Nets are going to be healthy, and if
Yep.
they're healthy, they're scary.
Yep.
I think they're the scariest team in the East because I think they're healthy, and you're not going to have to worry about Kyrie's bullshit currently, but it could come around. That's the caveat. But last year, there was no way they were worth picking. I was like, what are you guys doing? I don't know. A little more NBA there for you. So
An-
go ahead.
Another thing is like the Packers stink too. Like, two teams
Packers
that
stink.
everyone thought that were going to be front runners for the league both stink. The Packers are terrible, and I partially, a lot of the way, blame Aaron Rodgers because Devontae Adams isn't there, so he doesn't have anybody to throw to. He was so wishy-washy that Devontae's like, you know what, I don't want to, I, I, I don't know what you're going to do, so I want to go somewhere else. And
Sure.
and then he wasn't there for training camp or
Yep.
whatever it's called, and he
Yep. With a bunch of rookie
couldn't work
receivers.
with all these rookies, and they're really like they're not good, but still, maybe if you worked with them a little before the season started, they'd be better.
Yeah, for them, I will feel a little different about the Packers. I do think they're playing very shitty right now, and the only thing is, I have seen that this team. I will look. I will believe my eyes in the fact that I've seen them turning around like 3 years in a row.
Sure.
So, and their running backs are both very good, and I think they need to. They're not getting the ball enough, and I think they'll start giving them the ball a little bit more. And I think Rodgers will get better with some of his receivers. I think they're going to get a little better, and I think they're in a bad division.
Yeah, their
So I
special
think they have a
teams is
chance.
so bad.
So I
Again,
think they have a chance to turn around. They won't. I don't think they'll win their division. I think that the Minnesotas might run
yeah,
away with it.
I
That's
think so
another team where
too.
we aren't believing what we're seeing, sort of things, like because
Yeah,
we all are blinded by how much we think Kirk
Kirk
Cousins
Cousins
sucks.
sucks. Yeah.
But their skill players are so fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Jefferson,
So
Thielen,
good.
Cook, awesome, all
Yeah.
awesome. So, uh, so that's kind of where like people need to start believing what they're seeing a little bit. And then also go on track record. You can go on track record a little bit, like with the Packers, but the track record for doesn't stand for me for Tampa Bay because a they don't have anybody.
No.
It's weird, and Brady just doesn't seem like the same guy. He seems like he's in a
No.
different place. He's acting erratic.
Yes.
He's gonna regret this coming back for a long time.
Yes. He will.
So yeah, that's a good roundup I think for the week. Real quick, let's talk about our picks for this week.
Okay.
Our all right, hold on, let me do it. Tara and Drew. All right, Melon Fights. Underdogs of the week. Ba-da-ba-bow. Let's go. Underdogs of the week.
I picked 3 that I like, so I gotta figure out which one I want to do.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Go with the one you feel
Okay.
strongest about. We're just gonna no bonus this week. One piece.
Okay. I'm gonna do the New York Giants versus the Jags +3. There's no way the
Rude.
Jags are.
You know I love to pick against the Jags.
Oh,
You
I'm
know I love to
sorry.
pick.
That can be
No,
yours.
it's fine. It's
That
fine. I
can
should have
be-
picked. I didn't pick against
you-
them. Tara, I should have picked against them last week and I didn't, so I get it taken away. The Colts beat them outright. I should have fucking
I
picked against them.
know.
The
But
Jags stink.
They
They're so
stink.
bad. Go finish what you're saying.
They stink. Trevor Lawrence is not good. There's no way that the Giants are going to lose to him. They're on a roll. They're beating some decent teams out there, and Saquon looks awesome. Daniel Jones looks pretty good. I mean, there's no way that they're going to lose.
I'm gonna talk shit about the Jacksonville Jaguars right now because that's what I love to do. There's no way that team should be favored over
No.
anybody right now. Not over a team that has lost one game this year. They're favored over them.
When I saw that, I'm like, what? Is this wrong? Is
It's
it because they're in
insane.
Jacksonville? So what?
Tara, we should bet money on it this week.
I
Money line.
know. Especially
I don't know
because
the money
people
line. I don't
from
have
New
it.
York live in Florida too. So they're going to have
Right.
quite the crowd there, I'm sure, as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Great pick.
Thank
Giants
you.
+3. Is it a lock?
It's a lock.
What was that?
Don't they do that on NFL?
We're not stealing other people's
Oh.
shit. Try again. Is it a lock?
It's a lock.
Maybe we'll just not have a thing when we do it. Just say it's a lock.
Oh,
I don't need a thing.
okay. Do it again.
Is it a lock, Tara?
It's a lock.
Say it's your lock. Say hey. Say hey. This
Hey.
is what it is. Lock it. Lock it up.
Okay.
You come up with your own catchphrase. I don't know.
How do I do it? Do I say the team?
Do whatever you want.
Okay.
Say
So the New York Giants +3. It's a lock. That was terrible.
rough.
Oh my god, it's a lock. I don't know.
I hate you sometimes.
Sometimes
I
I don't
don't
know
know
what
that-
you're asking for.
To be cool. Like,
The New York Giants +3. It's a lock.
I hate you.
Okay. You try it.
I don't even know what one I'm going to pick because I did like that, obviously, because fuck,
Yeah.
I love picking against the Jags. It was actually my week to go first. I blew it. I should have gone first.
Oh.
All right, my up dog. What's an up dog? What's
It's a
my
yoga
underdog? My underdog. No, what's up, dog? I don't know
It's-
what's up with you, dog. That's what you say.
Oh.
I don't know, dog. What's up with you?
I
You
don't
I've
know.
never heard that.
No.
What's up, dog?
I don't know.
Hey, do you want
what's
some?
up with
You never heard? Hey, you want some up, dog?
No.
You say, "What's up, dog?"
What's up, dog?
Hey, Tara, do you want some up, dog?
What?
Hey, Tara, you want some up, dog?
Some up, dog?
Yeah, I don't know what's up with you.
What? No. I don't know.
You're
what's
not a
going on.
normal person. Someone says, "Hey, do you want some up, dog?" And they go, "What's up, dog?" You know, I don't know what's up with you.
Okay. Want to try it again?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Tara, would you like some up, dog?
What's up, dog?
I don't know, dog. What's up with you? Oh my god, your fake laugh is. I fucking hate your fake laugh.
That's not
That
fake.
laugh was bull. First of all, that wasn't funny. So it better have been a fake laugh.
It was
better have
fun.
been a fake
It was
laugh.
a fun, funny time.
It would better be a fake laugh.
It wasn't.
Steelers +7. That's my underdog of the week.
Who
Miami
they
is not good.
Mm.
Steelers +7 at Miami. They suck without Tua.
Tua's playing.
That's even worse. He can get knocked out partially through the game. Who says Tua's playing? They have not announced that.
I thought they said Tua was playing this week.
They said he's
Because
cleared.
he got
but
cleared.
Doesn't mean he's going to play, Tara.
Mm.
I know they're worried. I'm picking it still. I'm sticking. Pittsburgh looked good. I like the way they're going. Dolphins are like a mess right now. There's no way they should be favored by a touchdown. I know they're at home and I know they've had moments, but I'm taking Pittsburgh +7. Right.
I'm a little less.
I think that Trubisky's back, baby. I'm a Trubisky boy.
I didn't know that about you.
I think that Miami. I just don't think Miami's very good. I think Miami won a couple games early that they probably shouldn't have, and I like their coach, and I think they're going to be good in the long run. But I think they lose this week.
Okay, are you going to lock?
I don't know if they lose. I don't know if they lose. I don't think I would do money line on this one.
Okay,
but Pittsburgh +7. It's a lock. They're not all locks here.
Oh, okay.
I asked you before it was a lock. I'm not saying this is a lock.
Okay.
Pittsburgh Steelers +7 at the Dolphins, no matter who's playing quarterback. Because I don't think Tua's going to be right if he does play. And I think Teddy's not very good.
Yeah.
And then the third guy clearly wasn't any good. I don't even know how many quarterbacks. They're on like their fourth quarterback.
I know. I feel like there is going to be a lot of underdogs that win this week because some of these lines are crazy to me.
Yeah, but this is the type of week where that all starts turning where we're like, oh boy.
I don't know.
Bears are not going to cover. San Fran could, at home, San Fran against the Chiefs. That's my bonus pick.
My bonus pick is Atlanta.
No way. I'm not picking that. Kansas City losing 2 weeks in a row.
No. My bonus pick is Atlanta versus Cincinnati. It's a +6. Atlanta could have like at least another win. And they've been looking frisky. And I don't know about the Bengals. I don't know about the Bengals. At home,
and they kind of turned it on in the second half yesterday.
I don't know.
I'm not letting you put that on our list. Okay. I'm not letting you put it on there, Tara.
What about the Jets versus the Broncos? They have the Jets losing +3.
Do not touch that. Do not touch that. Do not touch that.
Okay.
The Jets keep winning. This is clearly the week that the Broncos turn it around. They get a pass rush going on the Jets. I don't see it.
I do. I don't think the Broncos are going to win. They suck.
I think the Broncos are going to win tonight.
Really?
And then they're going to win again next week. Yeah.
Russell has like a half-torn shoulder in his throwing arm.
Who are they playing tonight?
They're playing the Chargers.
Yeah, they're beating them.
All right, we'll see.
Actually, I don't know about that. But they're winning next week.
All right.
Do not take that Jets. It's a trap.
I won't. It's a trap.
Stick with what we did.
All right.
Because
I'm definitely going to win.
How is Washington a 5.5.5 dog at home
against
a terrible Packers team? That Packer team is any good. And guess what? Wentz ain't playing, so that's gold. That's a lock.
Is he injured?
Yeah, he broke his hand.
Oh.
He's out.
Who's their quarterback?
Heineke's back, baby.
Oh,
Heineke's
look out.
back, baby.
That could be a win.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. That's rough. That's rough.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's the line.
Uh-huh.
I do not like that Dallas -7 line. I know that much.
Mm-mm.
That Lions team can put up points, and they didn't last game.
No.
One game.
And
no
they
way
had
that's
their
happening
bye, so they're all ready to bite some kneecaps.
I think it could be close. I think Dallas wins, but I think it's gonna be close. Okay, that's a lot of football talk. Look, we're done quicker than normal. Are we done with football talk? Cool. We can move on to our grievances. Got a grievance for the week, Tara?
Yeah.
Let's hear your grievance.
My grievance is tweens that are dicks to little kids, thinking that they're cool clowning little kids when they're total dweebs.
Yeah.
It's like, you're a little dweeb. Like, shut up. You're not cool.
Yeah.
Stop being rude.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
The Angelica move.
Yes. But like
the Angelica move.
Yes.
Right. But obviously at a a higher level.
Definitely.
But really,
the Angelica.
But like, where Angelica thinks she's smarter than these little dumbass fucking babies.
Yeah.
But she's a dumb little. And every time she talks, she sounds like a stupid bitch.
Exactly. Reed was at the park, and he is 2. And he went up to these older boys that were probably in 5th or 6th grade. And he goes, "I'm Catboy," because he loves Catboy, which is a cartoon.
What's Catboy?
It's a cartoon.
Okay.
And the little boys were like, "You think we care, Catboy?" Like, being a little dick to this tiny little 2-year-old. It's like, what?
What's that?
Right?
Weird move. I don't ever remember being, when I was that age, I don't ever remember being mean to little kids.
I know, a 2-year-old.
Like, I would have been like, "Oh, hi."
Yeah.
I'm
like,
I actually got along well. When I was that age, I got really along well with little kids.
And
little
then,
kids always liked me when I was a teenager. They always thought it was a fun mountain.
A fun mountain. And then Lane we were at the pumpkin patch, and Lane goes up to an older boy who was like drinking a cider, and he goes, "Hey, do you want to go run on that volcano with me?" And the kid looked down at him and was like, "No," and walked away. I was like, what a dick.
Someone's had enough of me. Hi.
Carrot.
Yeah, she just came flying in. What was your other? You're gonna say you had another one?
Loud noises.
Yeah, you're right though. Like teeny like tweens suck.
Yeah, and they just think they're cool as shit, and they're just little shits.
She plopped where I can't reach her. I'm not petting her.
That's
what was
all.
The other one?
Doesn't matter.
You said you had another one.
Well, it's just loud noises, like Dad's doing the floor, and like the saw that he uses and the pounding of the floor. That's just not a grievance. Driving me crazy. It's a grievance. I don't like loud noises for the sake of
it's not really
loud
a grievance.
Noises.
It's not a grievance though.
Why?
You can't really grieve. What's the grievance? What's the grievance? What's the grievance?
Loud noises.
That's not a grievance.
Why?
Because no one likes a loud noise.
Some people do.
Nobody. Okay. Nobody's like, "Oh, that loud noise that's like not music or like something I'm enjoying, or like fireworks or like jets flying over at a show."
Well, like some people
loud noises out of context suck for everybody.
No, because sometimes people put shit on their car to make them loud, and they like it being loud. That's a loud noise.
Yeah, but it's like a choice. They're like choosing the loud noise.
Okay, I hear you.
No one chooses to have the next room have people like tearing it. No one enjoys that. That's not a grievance.
Okay.
You should have stuck with your first grievance.
You were gonna. I pushed
you. I pushed you into it. I'm sorry.
You're a pusher.
My grievance, I already alluded to it, is Halloween candy mix bags. They fucking can't ever get it right.
Yeah.
There's always like one or two. You never have the right candies together. It's never like the ones you want. It's always like a fucking real piece of shit thrown in. I don't even care if it's more expensive.
Yes.
Make the mixed stuff I want. Don't have
like don't throw in a regular Hershey bar. I don't want that.
Right. Or I do like a Whopper, but I don't want it in with a certain thing.
No.
Like I want a Snickers, right? And I want a
Mhm.
Reese's cup, right? And then I
Mhm.
want a Kit Kat, right? So
Are
far I think those exist. I think that
I
one exists.
I'm
I think
well,
that
like
mix exists.
well, I don't know if they're all from the same candy brand.
I think those ones are all in the same big bin.
Here's what I don't like. When you throw in a musketeer. I don't want a Three Musketeer. Everything else is fine, but I do not want a Three Musketeer. It's just
Yeah,
it's a
get
shitty
your
Milky Way. Like, come on.
get your get your Halloween candy mix right. And also when you're giving out Halloween candy, don't give out what you like.
Yes.
What or don't or be cheap about it. Give out something good.
Mhm.
Give out real chocolate. Give out chocolate, honestly. I
Yeah.
like Starburst. I like Skittles. But man, chocolate is really where it's at for Halloween, I think.
I think
Can
so
you agree?
too. Yes,
Like,
100%.
I feel like if someone doesn't, like, again, one Snickers to me is worth more than a Skittles and a Starburst. Like, it's
Yeah.
like, I better get two of those and if I'm getting one of these sort of thing. If
Yeah.
that makes any sense. So,
When I was
get the
younger, I
Halloween
think I
candy right.
felt that way too, but for some reason I feel like a lot of younger kids like the fruity stuff. But I was always a
I don't
chocolate
know.
head.
Yeah, man. If like I almost based my night on how many things of Snickers I had,
Yeah.
and then I didn't really like Milky Ways when I was a kid, but now I do.
Oh, I
But
just
man, if you got a
realized that
Snickers,
Milky Ways are delicious. This is a new
they're
love for
awesome.
me. Yeah,
Milky Ways are awesome,
I
Tara.
know.
They're awesome.
I went up to Dad and was like, "Hey, what do you think of Milky Ways?" He's like, "They're awesome." I'm like, "Right? I love them."
So yeah, I want Snickers, Milky Way. Here's what I want my mix: Snickers. This is gonna be a perfect mix. Snickers, Reese's, Milky Way, Kit Kat, and
Twix.
Twix.
I
Hell yeah.
love a Butterfinger though.
Hell yeah. I do too, but I want that in a different mix.
Yeah, that could go with like Butterfinger, Heath.
It's always like, yeah, I don't want like a plain Hershey bar. Get it the
No,
fuck out of my
I don't
mix.
want a plain Hershey
I don't
bar.
really want the Whopper. I do like Whoppers, but I
What
don't want them
about
in there.
like Whopper, Milk Duds,
Shit, yeah, Milk Duds.
and then Butterfinger?
No,
No?
we're gonna have to read. Oh, hey guys, for next week's email us what your perfect four, your
Okay.
perfect Halloween. We'll come up with one too, Tara. Your perfect five. We'll say five. Your perfect Halloween mix bag would be if no rules apply. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter if they're different companies. If you
Yes.
could have any five in that bag for your Halloween mix, what would they be? Email us on that.
I like it.
Tara, do you got anything else before I throw it to the end here?
You know what? I don't think so. Did you watch The Midnight Club?
I started and I didn't like it.
I didn't either. So we won't even
Did
bore
you
you guys
watch?
with
How
it.
much did you watch it?
I watched 5 episodes in.
You watched way, Tara. I did finish. I think I finished 2. It was so boring.
I don't know what they want me to care about.
I don't give a
I
shit
don't know
about
what the
anything.
point is. Yeah.
Like this building it around these like sick kids is like so stupid. And
I feel like he does like
and like
the first
Mhm.
one he did was good, the second one was bad, the third one was good, the fourth one is bad.
Sure, yeah, Bly Manor sucked,
So bad.
but yeah, midnight Mass was
Mass.
good. Yeah, this isn't very good. It's definitely for teens. Maybe that's why it's not good.
Oh
I
yeah.
just don't give a fuck about anybody in it.
No.
Like the angry girl in the wheelchair. It's like,
Yeah.
oh my god. It's like, I get it. You're angry. You're sick. But it was like, it's really not enjoyable to watch her be a bitch all the time.
Yeah.
And be like, naysay everything. It's annoying.
Yeah, I like seriously was like there's nothing about this I like, and I
don't care
kept
about anybody in it.
trying and trying. And I again
like when they tell the stories, they're stupid.
yeah, I'm like, what? It's not even like really telling me anything.
The stories, it sucks. So that's what it is. Actually, I'm glad we talked about it because
Yeah.
we can say don't watch it.
Don't watch it. It's bad.
Don't watch
Good.
it. It sucks.
Makes me
week, we're
happy
gonna
that
do
I
our
don't have to
top-
watch any more of it.
Yeah, don't finish it. Next week we're gonna do our top 3 plus Halloween movies. Halloween or scary? Halloween will do.
Okay.
Halloween, because that leaves it a little more open. Scary's not. I mean,
No.
you don't love scary movies, so Halloween movies top 3 plus. All right, Tara.
And
yeah,
NBA
guys,
preview.
email us at an NBA preview. MELLONfights, MELLON fights at gmail.com. Andyland Entertainment on TikTok. Nope. Andyland Entertainment on Instagram. TikTok, we are MELLONfights. And don't forget to start following Pizza Draft on TikTok.
I'm excited.
It's going to be good. Hey, Tara, have a Tuesday.
Have a Tuesday.
Have a fucking Tuesday.
Have
You
a
know what I was
Tuesday. I just liked it so much. I wanted it to end and then go
shit.
to.
All right.
Yeah.
We don't even have to do the bada-ba this weekend. I'll
No,
just cut it there if you want.
bada-bye, but I wanted
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
melon
Fights.
fights.
Fake laugh.